Well, this last week we finished off the regular season on the road, and we're able to go against two teams that we felt were, like I said last week, a little bit dangerous just because they knew they were playing their last matches of the season. They had senior nights on both those nights. So I really thought it was a battle at both places. I thought both teams played really well. I thought we did some really nice things also. When I look at it, it was a very defensive match in terms of a lot of digging on both sides. I thought the teams we played did well. I thought we hung in there and dug a lot of balls as well. But just really proud of our kids because over the last couple weeks, I have felt that every time we play a team that's digging a lot and keeping a lot of our balls off the floor offensively, we've really gone into kind of a panic mode and we're forced into shots that we don't normally hit and causing a lot of errors, but I thought we really did a nice job of staying patient. Another thing, we had a few miscommunications and some things that I think over the last couple weeks we've kind of went backwards on, but anytime that happened, we bounced right back, and I just felt we had a very different team this weekend than we had over the last couple weeks in terms of their just attitude and confidence. Sometimes I think when you play well and then you start doing some things that you make mistakes that you don't usually do, it kind of puts the non-confident side going a little bit, and I thought we really broke through that this weekend, which was really good to see. So very proud of our kids. Offensively, I just want to point out Kayla Hainline and Lee Pudwell really had a nice weekend for us. They led in kills, but I think the biggest part of that was their ability to hit at a very high percentage, which was really good to see, especially with Lee as a pin and getting a lot of sets that aren't always perfect just because a lot of out-of-system plays. So very proud of their effort on the offensive side. Defensively, like I said, I thought we really stepped it up this weekend. Our block did a nice job of executing. We ran into some situations where, especially against Loyola, they basically had a completely different lineup than anything that we scouted. And for what reason, I don't know. So we basically were doing a lot of game time switches and different things, and I thought our block executed well. And then defensively in the backcourt, we got a lot of great touches. We're still wanting to get a little bit more out of our transition offense and being able to put a good ball up in front of our hitters no matter what the situation is, but made some improvements in that area. So a good weekend for us, I thought, coming into the conference tournament. Obviously, we're extremely excited to be at home. We're hoping to get a great crowd, and we've had amazing support all year long, and hopefully we'll have that continued support and even more. Maybe people are back for Thanksgiving and want something to do. So it should be a great tournament. Even the quarterfinal rounds on Thanksgiving Day, there's going to be some great matches. And as Colin said, on Friday we'll play the winner of Wichita State, Indiana State. And for us this weekend, our week in preparation, it's just a balance of being able to prepare for both Wichita State and Indiana State, fine-tuning some things on our side, and I think the biggest part about it is being able to be fresh and ready to go, and that's a hard balance when you look at all those things you have to put in there, but we have to make sure that we're resting our kids enough that they're going to be ready for battle this week, and so that's the challenge for the coaches, all this stuff you want to do, but being able to understand the importance of rest as well. So we won't do a whole lot today, and then probably get in an hour and a half at the most the next couple days. So looking forward for the preparation. Our kids are really excited. And obviously very happy to be at home. So, any questions?
Bobbi, congratulations on 20 victories again.
Thank you. Yeah.
Considering we've had Wichita State's number the last couple of years, and we don't have Southern Illinois on our bracket, are you happy with the bracket we're in?
I really looked at this year. We talked about it. If we could pick who we were going to play, who would we want to be? And I just think it's so balanced this year that, really, I don't know if the seeding is as important as to getting that number 1 and 2 seed and having the ability to have a little bit more rest. That was obviously one of the things that we were gunning for, but I just think it's just so balanced. Even the matches against Missouri State and Wichita that we were able to win, they're all close. The games are close. So I just really think obviously Illinois State is the front runner because they haven't been beat, but I think they had some close games this weekend. Missouri State took them to 5. Wichita got beaten 3, but there were 3 close games. So I really feel like it's anybody's tournament.
Prospects of postseason play if you can't win the championship?
I think for us, we have to win the tournament in order to have postseason, unless some committee member Jean's on the committee, that's why I'm saying that, but she's not listening. But just because of the RPI and just some of the losses that we've had, and we haven't had the big wins outside of conference. We've played a lot of teams really tough, but for us this year, we'd have to win the tournament.
I know the tournament atmosphere is a lot different, but how big of an advantage is it for UNI to be hosting the tournament?
I think, the advantages of being at home is obviously the familiarity with your facility. The serve and pass game is huge in volleyball, and obviously we serve and pass in there every day. So I think that's huge. But I think for us, the biggest advantage for us is being able to have our home crowd and all the people that support us year in and year out, and having those people there cheering us on. We have a great facility, a great crowd. I think it's awesome for the tournament in general, being able to the matches are going to be on ESPN3 and then live TV on Saturday. So having our facility being able to the world to see our fans and what we're able to do here at UNI, I think that's a huge positive for us. And recruiting, it helps with that as well.
Thinking of other advantages, the fact that you faced a couple of tough digging defenses and had to make those adjustments against Loyola, does that pretty much bode well when you go into this tournament not knowing exactly who you're going to play in either of these potential matches?
Yeah, I think, definitely. And I think that's why I was most excited about how we competed this weekend and seeing the patience that we were able to have, and something that we can feed off and talk about with our team is, you were getting dug just the same this past weekend, and you were able to hang in there, get touches on our side, and be patient on the offensive side. So yeah, that's why I was really excited with the way it happened this weekend and the way we were challenged this weekend as well.